Hey Flosstube, Ashley here, Buggy Stitcher on YouTube, Schleesem_Buggy Stitcher on Instagram, coming to you guys with another unboxing. This one is from Vipcrossstitch. I will leave all of their information in the description box down below, along with all of the product details and a coupon code in case you're interested. We have an accessory and one cross stitch pattern, so let's go ahead and just dive right in. I'll start with the accessory. So I got these little clips. I have really big clips. They're like this big, and I use those on my big projects, but for something that's like a 40 by 50 and I'm using like a small hoop for, they tend to be a little bit too big. So I found these and they are pretty cool. I haven't tried them out yet. They have like rubber on the inside for like a anti-slip kind of. So the other ones I have are completely plastic, hard plastic. They hold really good, but again, they're huge. So these ones, I mean, here's my palm size. And it comes in a pack of 3, so I'm super excited to get these, to use these. Because then I could roll my fabric, and instead of using a ponytail, I could just kind of clip this on the hoop, and that should work a lot better than the really big clips that I have. So there's that. Next up, so a little bit of backstory, and I'll explain this in another video I'm about to film as well, but stitching Sal, the Fairy 2023 Sal that I started with my Nana and my mom and everybody. The fairy that I chose was a custom created kit that I got off of AliExpress from Vipcrossstitch store, and it was like a custom created kit. The stamping on it, I didn't realize wasn't that good when I first opened it until I started stitching it, of course, like 2 years later. So I started stitching it and I got to the section where I was working on her headdress, and some of the symbols were not very good at all. There was like supposed to be a green box with like a dash in it, and the background of it wasn't even green like it was supposed to be. So I was having a really hard time, and there was like 3 symbols like that, and at that point I was just like, I'm done. So we have a new fairy for my Sal, and that's what this is the new fairy for the Sal. And this be her. Super pretty. So I am gonna crop this. I'm not gonna stitch all of it. I don't want all of this bottom background, so I'm gonna crop it to about where this little like little petal is right here. So I'm gonna get rid of all of this. So I'm just not gonna stitch that. But other than that, I will stitch the whole thing. And it's a 50 by 70, so it's a big one. 191 stitches by 278. And I hope the stamping is good on this one, because my goodness, I need some help. And I need to get caught up. Everyone's already started. All right, this one has 42 colors. It's on poster, shiny poster paper. The stamping on the pattern is a little bit small, but I can still read it. Here's the whole thing. So as far as what I have decided to crop, let me see if I can find the little petals. 37. I think that would get rid of 10, 20, 30, 40 by 190. 40 by 190. What is that? A lot of stitches. I'm getting rid of a lot of stitches. So I'm basically turning this into almost 40 by 50-ish. So anyway, yeah, and it has instructions right here in case you don't know what to do. All right, canvas. Canvas is serged. Fairly small margin around almost everything. So completely serged all the way around, which is nice. Although I have started, is it a binding stitch? Binding stitch? I think it's a binding stitch. I started hand stitching some of my cross stitch kits because they're starting to fray a little bit, and like you get these really long like strings just kind of hanging out everywhere and pulling out, which wouldn't be a big deal but I have kids and strings everywhere just aren't very good. So I started binding stitch all the way around any of them that are starting to fray, and that's been working pretty good so far. I haven't noticed as much fraying, so I'll keep you updated on that. This kit kind of has like an alcohol-y smell. Yeah, it kind of smells like alcohol. So for kits that are like that, I normally put them in a Ziploc bag with like a dryer sheet to kind of get rid of any sort of smell that it has. Sometimes it's just from the stamping. That's it, it's just from the stamping. Okay, so here's the whole thing. And it's about like right here that I would be cropping off. So this section all right here is going to be gone. I'm not going to stitch that part. But she's really pretty. Or will be, at least hopefully. Let's see. I'll check out the stamping really fast. What I'm looking for in the key is to see if they have like a dash with a colored background or any sort of colored background on any sort of symbol. Or I'm looking at the black and the purple symbols to see if they kind of match or blend together. So that's what I'm looking for in kits like this. Because if they do blend together or they're not showing up very well, I'll return it and let them know so I can get a different one. But all of the symbols look great. I can easily tell the difference between the purple and the black. Here is an example. Look at that, perfect stamping. You can easily tell that's purple, that's black, that's a line. Not too bad. Super, yay, finally I got a fairy that has like good stamping. I'm so excited. All right, and these colors on this one are beautiful. Lots of crinkling. Because this is such a big pattern, I have a lot of colors that come with this, so. Okay, we'll start with extra hanks, which just happen to be all of my favorite colors. Okay, look at those. So excited. Oh, so pretty. So there's 4 hanks. Here is another 4 hanks. Oh, I just love these colors together. I'm so excited. And then we got another black and another 930. So there's all the extra hanks. This also came with a little toolkit. Ooh, almost dropped it. This also comes with a little toolkit, thimble, gold tip needles, and a threader with a little pom-pom. Not a big fan of the gold tip needles, so this will probably just get tossed, unfortunately. All right, let's see. My favorite needles for stamped kits are anywhere between a size 20 large-eyed tapestry needle to, an 18 to a 22. It really depends on my mood. I like to use the 18s for doing my 10 stitching, 18s or 20s, and 22s, and if you don't know, the smaller the number, the larger the needle. Just kind of like in your cross stitch fabric. But I definitely prefer to use the 18s and the 20s for my tent stitching on stamp kits, which this will be stitched tent stitch. And then size 22 is just for like 3-strand regular. So, all right, here's our colors. We have 2 floss cards. Here are these colors. And then we have this. Look at the greens and blues and slates. Very pretty. And then here's the other side. Super excited. We are going to do a stitch with me after this video. So like 2 seconds for you guys, not even 2 seconds, and maybe longer for me since I have kiddos. But we'll do a stitch with me so I can go ahead and get this started. I gotta get caught up to everybody who's doing the fairy sale, so I gotta get going. But super excited about this one and to try my new accessories. So thank you all so much for joining me. If you are not staying for the stitch with me, take care and thank you so much for joining. I really appreciate every single one of you. If you are staying for the video for the stitching review, then stay tuned and we will do a stitching review right after this video. Stay tuned. Bye. Okay, this is the second time I've filmed this video, as you can tell. I just did the unboxing. Here's all that I have stitched. So here, I'll zoom out. This is all that I've stitched so far on the fairy. Yeah, I filmed this video with no mic, apparently. My mic was shut off, or the settings. The type of recording settings had turned the mic off. So here we are with the stitch with me on this pattern, and as you can tell, I'm still doing tent stitch. I love tent stitch. Once you start doing it, when you first do it, you're like, oh gosh, what was I thinking? But after you do it for a while, you'll see that the coverage is really good. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get started. We're gonna stitch this yellow. And yeah, I can't believe I recorded all those videos. I recorded 3 total videos with no mic, which is just so frustrating because one of the videos was my normal Flosstube update. Yeah, that was really frustrating, but that's okay. It is what it is. We're moving on. So you guys just get to see more progress on this stitch with me now. Look how much stitching I've gotten done. It's almost time to move the frame again, or the hoop, whatever you want to call it. Yeah. And I'm still trying to decide what the best setup is for stitch with me's. And as soon as I can figure out a good setup, I will try and do more stitch with me's. It's just right now it's so hard. 1 with kiddos, and 2 with the setup. I just can't figure out like a good rhythm. I've also seen some people do stitch with me's with music too, like calming music. So let me know in the comments down below what you would prefer. If you would prefer me talking with stitch with me's, if you prefer music stitch with me's, if you like both of them. Because I bet you I could do more stitch with me's if I can like overlay music on my stitch with me's. It's the getting time away to be able to like talk on my videos when it's quiet and I don't have the kiddos around is what's the hard part. So let me know if you'd be interested in stitch with me's with music, and I might attempt to do some of those. Or if you have no preference, let me know that too. But yeah, loving this kit so far. I haven't run across any problems with any sort of symbols. Everything's been great. The thread's super soft like normal. I really like CXC threads so much more than DMC now that I've been doing so many stamped kits lately. It's like then you touch DMC and you're like, holy cow, this is super scratchy. Yeah. So I had to get this fairy to replace my other fairy because the stamping on my other fairy was atrocious. I was just getting frustrated doing it. And after about the 3rd time picking up and getting frustrated, I was like, okay, I'm not going to want to stitch on this. It's going to be just painful the whole time. And so, yeah, not going to stitch on it. So, yeah, now I'm doing this fairy and loving it so far. As you can tell, I've gotten a lot done. This is about 3 days worth of progress. I believe, ish. I think something like that. 3 or 4 days, I think, of progress. So, doing good so far. I gotta catch up to everybody. You know, Nana's halfway done. Mom is probably about 1/3 of the way done, maybe. So I gotta I gotta get caught up. I also noticed too, my last post on Instagram showing everyone's updates and announcing this new project, I noticed there's a lot of things that aren't posting to the Fairy Sal 2023 hashtag. And I don't know why that is. It's like it just won't post to it. But then when you click on the hashtag that you used, it brings you right to it. It just doesn't show your update. So I might need to try and change the hashtag. Yeah, I don't know why that is. Because I'm putting the hashtag... Oh, I'm down too far. You can't even see what I'm doing. There we go. I've put the hashtag down where I put all my other hashtags to, like, maybe it was like spamming it or something, or thinking it was spam. I don't know. I don't know why a hashtag wouldn't work. So yeah, I might try and change the hashtag, because we're going to be doing this, I mean, probably for at least a year, if not longer, depending on how long it takes for us to finish all these fairies. And I want to be able to see everyone's progress. I like seeing progress updates and everything, so yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll just change it to Fairy 2023 Sal or Boogie Stitcher Fairy or something. I don't know. Something. I gotta think about it. But yeah, this is stitching up great. I'm super happy with the stamping and the threads and the canvas. Everything's looking good. Here we go. All right, that is it for me today. Let's zoom out and show you guys how far I have done officially. Here we go. Not too bad. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 15, 20, about 20, that would be 2,000 stitches-ish. I didn't count like any of these because I counted these full, so 5, 10, 15, 20, yeah. About 2,000 stitches, not too bad. Thank you again, Vipcrossstitch, for sending this pattern over to me, and thank you all for hanging out with me during this short stitching session. The other one was significantly longer, but you know, can't be picky. So thank you all so much. I really appreciate every single one of you, and I hope you all stay safe, stay warm, and take care. Bye!